The problem they give us is they say that let this function here represent p of x, and it's x divided by x plus 1. Then we're going to take that whole thing and then subtract 1 from it. So they tell us to solve when p is negative 12. So basically we're going to plug in this negative 12 for x. So I'm going to rewrite it as negative 12 over negative 12 plus 1 minus 1. Right away I need to go ahead and simplify this fraction here, so I'm going to start on the bottom. I can think of this as having parentheses around it in some respects because I need to solve that first. So I'm going to have a negative 12, and negative 12 plus 1 is negative 11, and then minus 1. Now, because I have a negative divided by a negative, remember that turns to positive. So that's going to leave me with positive 12 11ths minus 1. And actually I know that 1 is the same as 11 11ths because I need a common denominator, or you can think of it as 1 over 1 I'm multiplying times 11 times 11. And then I'm just going to subtract. So I'm going to keep my denominators the same. 12 minus 11 would be 1. So my answer there, when x is negative 12, p of x is 1/11. Let's go to the 1/2. This is a little bit trickier. For me, the easiest way to think about this is to turn it into a decimal. You could keep it as a fraction, though. So let's do it as a decimal. I'm going to change it to 0.5 or 5/10 because I know that that is 1/2 as a decimal. So I have 0.5 over 0.5 plus 1, and then subtract 1. So I'm going to do it very similar like I did to the other problem. First I'm going to solve the bottom, this denominator. So I have 0.5 over, and 0.5 plus 1 is 1.5, and then I'm going to subtract 1. Then I'm going to go ahead and solve this. So I have 0.5 divided by 1.5. I'm just going to do the long division by hand. So I have to move the decimal over, move the decimal over. So 15 goes into 5 0 times. 15 goes into 50 3 times, which is going to give me 45. And it's going to go into 50 again 3 times, and I can see that I'm going to get a repeating decimal of 0.3, or I know that 0.3333 forever is 1/3, so I'm going to change that back. So now I have 1/3 minus 1, and again I need common denominators, so I know that 1 is the same as 3/3, so I'm going to change that. Keep my denominator the same. 1 minus 3 is a negative 2. So when the function x is 1/2, my answer is going to be negative 2/3.